Hey, this is Matt. Once again, we're about to end the videos. The paid request this time from Manuel. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos or topics, reactions, commentaries, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for episode 1 of the new Star Wars show, Ahsoka, which I know a little bit of the character. I've seen bits and pieces of her in the Clone Wars. She was an apprentice to Anakin Skywalker, and then she walked away from the Jedi Order, which I guess then she just disappeared. All the days of Darth Vader and all the days of Luke, Leia, Han, all that time she just disappeared. So it seemed as if all the Jedi was gone. By just what, she was a chicken shit who just hid with a, I don't know, lightsaber up her cooch? Her alien cooch? I don't know. But that seems like a lot of stuff that should be implemented into a story where the hell were you when all this shit was going down? Ben Kenobi, you're not going to tell Luke Skywalker, hey, there's this Jedi who knew your father. You see how a lot of that doesn't really make sense? Like, wait a minute, hey, I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi. I knew your father. I know of the Jedi. Oh yeah, there's this one Jedi who was with your father, was an apprentice of your father. Maybe learn a few tips from her, since Yoda is up and dying. Nope, because it was a character created much afterwards. So then you look back, you go, well, wait a minute, where the fuck was she during Empire Strikes Back? Where the fuck was she during Return of the Jedi? Apparently the Jedi had already returned, if she was around. But anyway. None of that's really brought up. So, Rosario Dawson, I like her as an actress. I liked her in Clerks 2. I liked her in a variety of other movies. Always like Rosario Dawson. I like the way they have her makeup and effects look to look like Ahsoka. Don't mind her performance. And the setup is she's looking for the star map. And it's a secret map that will possibly lead to the location of this Grand Admiral Thrawn. I'm sitting there going, are they really trying to implement the Thrawn trilogy? But I guess not really, because it's you're not gonna have Luke Skywalker and shit with that. So I'm like, isn't this the stuff you guys threw away the extended universe, but now you're trying to get that shit in here? It must be some desperate motherfuckers. And pretty much the bad guys want to bring him out of exile because he was a tactical genius, but I guess this former Jedi Knight, Ahsoka's trying to find a way to find him, and I don't know, arrest him, kill him. I don't know what the hell her ultimate plan is. So she had this prisoner where she found the secret, this star map, and she put the prisoner in the space jail. But unfortunately, these two dark Jedi, one of them is Ray Stevenson, may he rest in peace. They go in, they kill a bunch of people, including Mark Rolston, Drake from Aliens. Drake, we are leaving! Now these two Jedi, Ray Stevenson and his apprentice, this blonde chick, they're killing everybody. They free the prisoner. And while that's happening, Ahsoka finds the map. And you get a bit of an action scene because she has these two lightsabers. She's fighting some droids. It was alright, but at the same time, something was missing. When I think of like the first episode, The Mandalorian, and that fight scene, it just seemed like there's a bit more punch, a bit more oh shit factor, a bit more in terms of choreography. I don't know what it is here. Okay, you have this lady, this Jedi that could swing two lightsabers and fight, but I don't know if it's the way it was staged or the way it was choreographed. Just didn't seem as cool as it could have been. I didn't mind the idea that she was underground and she would like make these circles to make some droids fall into the ground. But when she got up and fighting them, it just, average at best. It just there's some lack of spark. I don't quite, and that really fits the full episode. I didn't hate it, but it was lacking some type of spark and energy that, unless it's a paid request, and if so, I'll gladly do it. But if it's not, I wouldn't watch the rest of this on my own. It didn't spark enough interest for me to be curious of what's coming next. Because after she fights these a couple droids, robots, there's this big self-detonation. She runs for a big explosion. She gets on the ship with her robot pilot. I think that robot pilot is voiced by David Tennant from Doctor Who, I believe that's the case. They go see this alien general played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead from the Thing prequel, Lucy McLean, the daughter, and Live Free or Die Hard. And pretty much Ahsoka tells her what the star map is, but she can't open it. Oh, there's a person you know and we know that can open it. Your former apprentice, someone named Sabine Ren. So Ahsoka's gonna go see her. And Sabine Ren, you know she's a rebel because I guess she was a former Mandalorian. And there's supposed to be this ceremony of celebration. Clancy Brown, who I remember from Highlander and Buckaroo Banzai and Pet Sematary 2. No brain, no pain. He's trying to welcome her, but she's nowhere to be found, and she's out racing. Reminds me of, you know what? It reminds me exactly of what they did with the 2009 Star Trek film. With Chris Pine driving, and some modern music modern sounding music is playing in the background. You know, this takes place in the future. And they're being rebellious, and there's these officers trying to stop them. They pretty much ripped that fucking scene off from Star Trek 2009, which I wasn't even big on that movie. To me, Star Trek is the first 6, maybe First Contact. And that's for me, it's just the typical scene that, like I said, was already another sci-fi property, Star Trek for 2009. They just ripped that shit off. As Sabine Wren, I don't know, I was more interested in her fucking alien cat than her as a character. She has this cool looking cat with long ears and meows like a cat. I'm a cat person. I'm like, I want one of those. That was my thinking, I want one of those. I want one of those cats, or what the hell it's called in this universe. I was more interested in him than the fucking lady. This lady's just fairly unemotional. She's got some baggage because someone she knew and cared for died, or supposedly died, although a body was never found. And she misses him. So when Ahsoka comes in, hey, this star map may lead to him. That guy might be alive. There's friction because it seemed like Ahsoka kind of abandoned her. And Sabine Wren isn't really in touch with the Force anymore. Hasn't used a lightsaber in a long time. So Ahsoka leaves the map to her. Spoilers. The Dark Jedi come down, and the blonde lady, the blonde Dark Jedi chick, and Sabine Wren have a lightsaber fight, and Sabine loses. The bad guys get the map. Sabine has been impaled with a lightsaber. I would assume, oh, she's fucking dead, but apparently not, because she is alive in the next one. Because I looked up some info about it. And so, like, this full episode, I don't think it's a bad-looking episode in terms of special effects. I think for a TV show, I know it's Disney Plus or whatever, which I don't have Disney Plus, so I had to find another way to watch it. Just fuck Disney. They ain't getting my money. I don't think it's a bad-looking production. Rosario Dawson is playing it cool and collected. And I'm a sucker for her because I like her as an actress. It's cool to see Mark Rolston as Drake, but sadly he's not in it long enough. Nice to see Clancy Brown. And so far, he's not a bad guy, unless there's some twist later on. But, I mean, the action scenes, they left a bit to be desired. Like I said, the first lightsaber battle was meh. The second one, okay, you have these two, and I don't really care. The blonde chick, Dark Jedi. Uh, she looks like she's 12. I know she's not. She's like probably 20s, 30s, but something about her face looks like she's 12, so I can't take her seriously. And Sabine Ren really, so far, has not been that interesting of a character. She's just a typical rebel and, stealing scenes from Star Trek, J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies at that. Not even the good Star Trek, the actual Star Trek, in my opinion. So, it just, there wasn't that spark of a story. Like The Mandalorian, which by the way, one credit I'll give to Disney, they're releasing The Mandalorian season 1 and 2 on physical media, Blu-ray, and I think also 4K. Although I think maybe it's a combo pack where it's a 4K and Blu-ray. Either way, I'm glad it's finally did release season 1 and 2, and it's supposedly come out, I believe, December. I would gladly pick that up because I enjoyed that show. And that was a first episode where I'm like, okay, Star Wars, what's this about? Oh, wow. Okay, the action scenes felt a bit more punch to them. The way the Mandalorian moved and cut the one guy in half with the door and slammed the guy's head against the table. And then at the end with the Baby Yoda, I went, oh, shit. Baby Yoda, what the hell's this about? I'm curious. Where is this leading to? Where is this going? Plus, always cool to have Carl Weathers in there. Here, a girl I don't give a shit about got stabbed by some blonde chick. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Rosario Dawson, I mean, she's calm, cool, collected. That's pretty much all her performance is. You hope that there's a bit more emotional range throughout the show of her performance. Admiral Thrawn, I don't know what the fuck you're going to be doing with that, because I thought a big part of that story was Luke Skywalker and all that, and don't tell me, please, they don't have later on, like a CGI Luke again. Does that look... As much as I enjoyed Mandalorian Season 2, that was pretty iffy looking. Hell, there's people on YouTube that did better deepfakes than that. I was probably more interested in the Mary Elizabeth Winstead's Alien General than Sabine Ren. So I don't know. Like I said, like, why does Ahsoka need Sabine Ren? Why can't Ahsoka do the shit herself? Or just her and Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character? It felt like not a whole lot happened, it seemed, for 50 minutes. Or 40, how many? It was like 40-some, 50 minutes. It seemed like not much happened. So, I don't know. I don't know. It just... I didn't hate it, but it didn't impress me much either. Like I said, I'll give credit to the special effects. The makeup on Rosario Dawson's face, body. I don't mind her. But yeah, I don't know about the story. And I don't know about the villains. And I don't know about Sabine Wren. So, yeah. Take that for what you will. And I don't know what anybody's thoughts on it is, so it'll be curious to read the comments as to what their thoughts are if they did see this. So with that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.